Welcome to Summarize Science. In this video, we're diving into a research paper that exposes a long-standing vulnerability in how Facebook stores your password. First, a quick refresher on how password security usually works. Websites don't store your actual password, they store a scrambled version called a hash. When you log in, the site hashes the password you enter and compares it to the stored hash. This way, if their database is ever leaked, attackers don't get your plain text password. Years ago, Facebook faced a big problem. They were using an old and weak hashing algorithm called MD5 for millions of users. Upgrading everyone to a more secure system would have been extremely expensive and complicated. So, they came up with a clever shortcut. Instead of rehashing the original password, they just took the existing MD5 hash and applied a new, stronger hash to it. Over the years, they kept adding layers, creating a chain of hashes to improve security without overhauling their database. But this paper reveals a critical flaw in that plan. Because the very first step in the chain is the old, broken MD5 algorithm, the entire system is only as strong as its weakest link. The MD5 algorithm has a known weakness called collisions, where two completely different inputs can produce the exact same hash output. The researcher demonstrated this with a powerful exploit. They found two very long, distinct strings of text that, when put through MD5, create an identical hash value. Here's the stunning part. They created a new Facebook account using the first string as the password. Then, they logged out and were able to successfully log back in using the second, completely different string. Because the initial MD5 hashes were the same, Facebook's system treated these two different passwords as identical. This proves that Facebook's password security is effectively limited by the strength of MD5, not the modern, stronger algorithms they added later. It makes guessing passwords in a leaked database easier than it should be, reducing the security from an expected 256-bit strength down to a much weaker 128-bit strength. Now, it's important to understand the limitations here. This doesn't mean an attacker can easily get into your specific account tomorrow. Finding a colliding password for your specific password is still computationally very difficult. Plus, security measures like two-factor authentication provide a powerful extra layer of defense. So, let's recap the important points. Facebook used a cost-saving shortcut to upgrade its password system by chaining hash algorithms together. However, this chain is anchored by the weak and broken MD5 algorithm, making the entire system less secure than it appears. An exploit proved that two different passwords can grant access to the same account. For the future, this serves as a critical lesson in cybersecurity. Shortcuts taken to fix legacy systems can introduce new and unforeseen risks years down the line. The good news is that the researcher followed proper ethical guidelines and reported this issue to Meta, who acknowledged it and are working to fix the problem. Thanks for watching Summarize Science.